Week 9 of the EIHL is all done, so it's time to take a look at what happened, the week's top performers and some of the standings and stats so far. The week started on Wednesday with a couple of fixtures. In the Cup, the Steelers defeated the Storm 4-1 away from home, Brad Day playing in nets for Sheffield and keeping out 54 of 55 shots. While in Nottingham, the Panthers took a 4-3 overtime win against the Caps, David Clark scoring his second of the night in the extra period to take the extra point. The Caps then travelled down the M1 to play the Blaze on Thursday, where a 3-point night for Carl Lauzon saw the home side take the points in a 4-2 win. Saturday night started off with the Caps completing their trio of games in England, and again they were on the losing side, this time 5-2 in Manchester with Matt Siska scoring 2+3 for the Storm. In Brarehead, the Clan and Giants played out 3-3 after overtime before Colin Shields and James Demaray both converted penalty shots to give the Giants the extra point. The Devils recorded a 6-4 home win over the Blaze in a game which saw Kevin Noble given a match penalty for the visitors after just 4.5 minutes, while in the Panthers-Steelers derby it was the Nottingham side who took the points after recovering from 3-1 down to win 7-4. Saturday was completed in Fife, where the Flyers scored 4 power play goals to take a 4-3 overtime win over the Stars, Justin Fox grabbing the winner for the home team. 3 games on Sunday started off in Sheffield, where the Steelers took a 4-3 overtime win against the Devils in a game where Brad Day replaced Tyler Plant in goal early in the second period due to injury. The Blaze hosted the Storm in an important cup game, and it was the Manchester outfit who took the points, Luke Salazar scoring 1+2 in a 3-1 win. The week was finished off with another Belfast Giants goal fest, this time in Dundee, where the Giants won 7-6 over the Stars after overtime, a host of players grabbing points led by Colin Shields, who scored a hat-trick and also a couple of assists. Those 3 goals for Shields means he led the week for goals scored along with a host of players including Matt Carrier of the Storm, David Clark of the Panthers and Paul Zanet from Edinburgh. Tyler Mozienko set up 4 goals over the week, putting him top for assists, a lead shared with the Storm's Luke Salazar, Carl Lauzon of the Blaze and Chris Beach and Derek Walser from the Giants. For total points, it's Shields and Carrier who led the league last week, both scoring 6 each at an average of 3 a game. Kevin Noble's match penalty sees him as PIM's leader for the week ahead of Joey Martin, who accrued a game penalty for his retaliation to Noble. Carson Chubak was the busiest goalie of the week, making 113 saves over his 3 games, just 6 ahead of Zane Kalemba. Looking at save percentage, Kalemba was also second with a solid .939, but the week's surprise leader was Brad Day, who came out with a fantastic .972. Day's save percentage resulted in him conceding just twice over the week, and this puts him top on goals against average ahead of Kalemba, who probably had his best week since joining the Elite League. The Devils' loss in Sheffield means that the Panthers and Giants go above them in the table, with Belfast sat top having taken maximum points in their last 4 games. There's a 5-point drop-off to the Steelers in 4th, but Sheffield have games in hand on the top 3 and could theoretically be level on points with the Giants. After only taking 1 point from their 3 games, the Caps have dropped a couple of places, the Stars moving up by virtue of a couple of overtime points. At the bottom, the Blaze remain despite winning their only league game of the week, though if they win their games in hand they'll be only 2 behind Belfast, which could happen. Couldn't it? No? Okay, moving on. The only positional change in the EIHL Conference is the Panthers overtaking the Blaze at the bottom, having defeated the Steelers. The conference at the moment is completely up for grabs, with all teams having games in hand below the Giants, though I'm sure the Blaze aren't about to make a charge. The Stars remain top of the Gardner Conference, level on points with the Flyers, while below them all 3 teams are sat with 7 points. The Clan completed their Cup group games with that overtime loss to the Giants and have 11 points, 3 clear of Belfast, who still have 3 games to play. In Group B, there were a few more repercussions from the 3 games played, as the Devils secured 2nd place behind the Steelers, while at the bottom the Blaze are now 2 adrift with no chance of progression, the Storm going through to the quarterfinals at their expense. Whilst Ryan Hayes only managed to score 1 goal last week, he is still comfortably top of goal scorers for the season, ahead of Matt Carrier of the Storm, who is now second with 11 tallies. 4 players are behind him with 10 goals, including Paul Zanet after he put away 3 chances last week. 4 more assists for Derek Walser last week sees him leading the EIHL with 19 on the year, ahead of a group of players with 15 helpers so far, including Carrier, Andrew Hotham and Brett Switzer, who all set up 3 goals in week 9. 3 points for Hayes sees him remain top of total points for the year on 27, just one ahead of Matt Carrier, who added 6 last week. Joey Martin added a couple of points and drops to 3rd on this list, his game time affected by his penalty on Saturday. Kyle Bigos has returned to the top of the penalty takers for the year after a fighting plus instigator penalty in Nottingham on Wednesday. Andrew Hotham and Boris Valabic are behind him on this list. Mika Wiegman didn't have his strongest week in nets, recording a save percentage of .891, but he still leads the league year to date ahead of Chris Holt of the Clan and the Devils' Ben Bounds, the latter taking a big dent after a league worst .846 last week. Wiegman remains ahead for goals against, but Tyler Plant's tough week, coming away with a GAA of 5.87, dropped him to 4th for the year. The Giants' power play scored at 40% in Week 9, and this has put them top of the league on the year with 23.3%, just ahead of the Storm, who had a bad week, only scoring on 1 of 10 chances. The Devils and Caps also struggled, scoring at 12.5% for the week, while the Flyers improved, having put away over half of their power plays against Dundee. The Panthers had a week to forget, failing to score on any of their extra man opportunities. On the other side of things, the Clan only had 3 penalties to kill and still lead the league, but the Steelers had a 100% record from 12 kills and now sits 2nd in the league. The Stars only killed 44% last week and as a result dropped from 3rd to 6th in this list. No midweek games in Week 10, so we start on Saturday, November 7th, with 4 fixtures at 7 o'clock, including the Panthers hosting the Giants, which promises to be an intriguing fixture. On Saturday, the Blaze and Devils finish off Group B at the Skydome, while there are 3 league fixtures, finishing off with the Stars hosting the Flyers in a Gardner Conference battle. That's it for Week 9, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, please like and share, and subscribe to see more Elite League reviews in the future. Bye for now.